Star Realms Deluxe Nova Collection. Beautiful version of Star Realms. It has basically everything that goes along with the first set. So it's the base set. It's got all the crisis packs. It's got all the cards from promo pack 1, its Gambit set, etc. All in foil. It's got a beautiful board, score dials. So just a super nice version of Star Realms. This is actually the first time we've made foil cards. Obviously, a lot of companies have made foil cards in the past, but the production process was a little bit trickier than we had initially planned for. And also COVID happened and kind of blew up our office. So it got delayed quite a bit, but we've been working with a printer, getting samples of card paper and getting samples of various foiling techniques in a process so we could learn exactly how to make them and get a cardstock we don't want and avoid the curling of foils that happens if sometimes with foils not done well, etc. So basically, we've been doing a lot to try and get this right. And
Rand in particular has been
Randy,
super
Randy
hard
Delvin's been working his butt off on it.
it.
And we've been doing rounds of samples, and we've showed you foils before. And the good news is we've gotten our final round of technique samples. So basically, these were samples we were using to figure out, okay, what processes are we using to create the foils? Which paper, which foiling technique, where are we applying foil, etc. And gotten closer and closer to, okay, this is how we want to do it. And then this last round of foils, we had a bunch of different little tweaks that we tried, and we've got versions that we really like. So see if I can get this to show up with the shininess. So this is an example Corvette. You see up here, we've got this sort of number with a symbol. That's just for our internal thing because we had a whole bunch of different samples we were doing, trying to get the effect that we wanted and seeing which of these effects we like. So basically, the general technique we've gone with is highlighting the ship and the shipper base in the foreground in foil, foiling special effects like the laser blast coming out of the Corvette here. You'll notice that there's foiling on the symbols, like the combat symbol in the text box, but not on the actual card text to keep the card text readable. And there's foiling on the card frame as well. And you can see sort of various examples of how that looks. Maybe not doing the best job of showing these, but you get the idea.
It is hard.
And this one you can sort of, I really like the way the card frame came out on the Trade Federation guys. So we are in the process now of doing all the cards using this methodology that we've decided, okay, this is the one that we want to go with. There will be another sample round where basically we get the entire set. Okay, we've made it, we've given it to them. This is how we want to do it. Then they will do the entire set with that methodology. We'll get those, we'll look it over and decide, okay, is this exactly how we want it, or do we need to tweak some of these cards? And then, if we tweak, yet another sample round of those tweaks. And then once, or if we like it, we say, yes, this is it, go, start the presses, and then they print. And then we get a sample of the first stuff off the actual presses to make sure nothing got screwed up in that process. So that is the long and painful production checking quality controls that we are doing to get to make sure this comes out right.
Lots of positive comments.
Yeah. So we're really excited about it. Now, these cards are a little bit thicker than standard Star Realms cards. Now, if you used them in the card sleeve, it'd be fine. You could potentially mix them with your regular sets. But basically, we went with a really thick cardstock paper, thicker than the paper that's used in regular Star Realms. The reason for that was basically the thicker cardstock we discovered just more resistant to bending. So with foil cards, they have different materials on them, different bases. And when you have anything that's paper cards, if you store them in humid places, it's bad. Like basically any card you have can warp. Foil cards are especially vulnerable to that because of the various materials and, different shrinkage rates based on, humidity, etc. So having a thicker cardstock just makes it more resistant to that. Now, you still should not bring your foil set into the sauna. That would be bad. So basically, we wanted a paper that in normal use they're going to be nice and flat and good for, for a long, long time.